What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. And we got to talk about Iman Shumpert's comments in regards to Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. And, you know, what he said about Brunson late game situations makes me think, did he watch any of the playoffs last year? Or did he watch any Knicks games last year? He said Brunson and Cat isn't scary enough down the stretch. I think he's forgetting the way Mikal Bridges can play down the stretch, and how he can create his own shot as well. I know when you see his release, when he's shooting a set shot in practice, it may seem a little unorthodox, but when he puts it on the floor for the most part and he elevates to shoot, it looks more like a normal release for the most part. But I think, hearing Iman Shumpert, a former Knick who was there during Melo's viable years with the organization, I find it interesting that this Jalen Brunson disrespect continues. We're going to listen to Perk on the other end of this video because Perk also had a different take. Perk been riding with the Knicks. We're about to listen to what Shumpert said is getting him absolutely cooked by Knicks Nation right now. Let's listen.
I love them on paper. Like, I love the Cat Brunson. I love that on paper. Like, that's awesome. I don't love that at the end of the game in the playoffs. Like, it's not scary enough. There's got to be some player that can go off by himself in the playoffs. Me being a part of the playoffs for years, I just know a pick and roll calls for adjustments, tags, rotations. The hardest thing to beat is knowing exactly what's coming, and it's an ISO, and there's nothing you can do but watch. We all have to sit here and watch and hope he misses that ISO. And I'm not against Cat or Brunson. I like both of them as players. I don't think that at the end of a game they could go back and forth like that. And if they are able to do that, I'm gonna be excited to watch it. I like them on paper. At the end of a game, I would take my chances saying, yes, I will guard Brunson and we will rotate on Cat.
So, yeah, man, that's his take on Jalen Brunson. And I wonder, you look at the depleted team that the Knicks had last year and how teams knew Jalen Brunson was going to have to take the shot. And he still made it with defenses draped all over him until he went out with his injury. He was doing it. Again, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, those guys played really well. But when it came up late, right, Jalen Brunson was scoring 6, 8, 10 points at a time, possession after possession after possession. Jalen Brunson can knock it down from three. He can get you right at the foul line, right at the elbow, rise up on you, shake you off of him. He can get to the cup, use his shoulders, to hold you at bay. He has reverse spin dribbles, pivot, you know what I'm saying? Pivoting out of the reverse spin and, fading away. He can hit off balance shots. I mean, there's nothing offensively that he can't do. I think people say this about Jalen Brunson because he's just not going through dunking the ball, catching backdoor alley-oops or, whatever. But if you watch Jalen Brunson's game, and you love basketball, it is aesthetically pleasing. And he don't do it being the fastest guy in the world, but he's exceptionally quick with his movements. You know what I'm saying? So he can fake you out and put you in a trance and he'll be gone. He got a quick first step. And, like I said, he can take all the bumps in the air and everything. Now, this is what Big Perk had to say about the addition of Karl Anthony Towns.
Is Cat the piece, the missing piece, to bring the New York Knicks back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999?
Hell yeah, he is. Wasn't Kristaps Porzingis the piece for the Boston Celtics, right, to get them over the top? Look, I don't think we realize how great of a player or talent that Karl Anthony Towns is. Like, let's remember the second round of the playoffs against the Denver Nuggets, he outplayed Jokic on both ends of the floor. Now, he was cooking him. He was having his moments all throughout the postseason, especially in that second round, defensively as well, right? So when you think about Cats, yes, everybody want to talk about he's a stretch shooting big. I get that. He can shoot the three and knock down the three, but he also could put it on the floor. He also have low post moves, jump hooks, turnarounds. Whatever you want, he has it. I believe the Knicks, they're going to bring it out of him because the coach is there. Tom Thibodeau is going to get the best out of Cats, and he is going to take the New York Knicks to better heights. Go out and look at what? The team that just won the championship, and that was the Boston Celtics. And what did the New York Knicks go out there and do? They went and got Mikal Bridges, right? Stole him from Brooklyn. Then all of a sudden, you go out to do what? You got to match the Boston Celtics because they have perimeter. So you get Mikal perimeter play, you get Mikal Bridges, and what else do the Celtics have? They have a stretch big in Kristaps Porzingis. The New York Knicks, they go out and go get Karl Anthony Towns right before a training camp. When it comes to the New York Knicks, they're ready to make the Boston Celtics and the rest of the league smell like cologne. And I'm talking Issey Miyake or Bond number 9. You could pick whichever one you want. And don't come telling me anything about, what about their depth? They picked up campaign, who, by the way, was a key part of for the Phoenix Suns when they made their run to the NBA Finals when they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. Deuce McBride, what he showed us last year in the postseason, he's able to come in and have a 6-man type of role. So what the Knicks have done, they got deeper, they got more skill with Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges, and hell yeah, they got enough to make a run to the NBA Finals and look at the Celtics eye to eye.
So Perk and Shumpert looking at the same team, same roster, and have two totally different takes. One former player respects Jalen Brunson for the superstar he is, and the other one's still looking at it kind of like, yeah, that's Brunson, and yeah, he did it last year. Man, if you watch Brunson's game, you see that this stuff is going to work no matter what. And you got more threats on the offensive end, so it should open stuff up for him. Like I said, Mikal Bridges can go for 35. Cat can go for 35. OG can have 20 sometimes. Deuce can go for 16 to 20 every now and again. Campaign, just the amount of time, get whatever amount of time he gets, because I forget about him. I've been talking about Tyler Kolek in my other videos, but I forgot that they got Campaign. Campaign can give you 13 to 15 on a given night. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing talks about potentially Trey Murphy. They get him. Oh, man. You know, that's going to be crazy they get Trey Murphy because he can shoot the lights out of it. And he about 6'9", 6'10" on the wing. Very athletic. You know, he's one of those right at fringe all-star level players too. They just got him behind Brandon Ingram on the depth chart and Herb Jones. So he's not fully shown what he can do. But if they brought him in, send Josh Hart to the bench, man, that team would be ridiculous. You know, that team would be ridiculous. Because I don't know how healthy Mitchell Robinson going to be is the reason I said it. Wish that James Nagy guy would come over now, you know, but he had back surgery, so he can't play. But, man, I'm getting off topic. But back to the subject at hand, Jalen Brunson is more – he can be your 1A. He can be your clear best player on a championship level team. It don't happen with point guards that much, smaller point guards, granted. I will say that. You know, you got Isaiah Thomas, and can you really say Steph is that small? Because I'm 6'2", 6'3", and Steph taller than me. You know what I'm saying? So can you say Steph is a little point guard? He's an average size league guard, but, you know, Isaiah Thomas being 6'1", it don't really happen a lot for smaller guys to lead teams to the championship being the number one option. Okay, I get it. But I think Jalen Brunson's bag is so deep, man. I could really see him getting it done with this team. I really could. I could see him, and I ain't comparing them to this team as the way they're constructed, but I could see him being the Chauncey Billups, you know, to a team with an identity like that. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? But I think Brunson's bag is much, much deeper than Chauncey Billups' bag with what he can get off. And I think Brunson probably has Put it like this, and I'm going to leave you with this. Name me a deeper bag, name me 2 or 3 deeper bags than Jalen Brunson, on the offensive end of the floor. I know people going to go to Kyrie first. You say Kyrie, okay. Who else can create shots better, with their footwork, knifing in between defenses, and all that stuff better than Jalen Brunson? And can score from every place on the floor like Jalen Brunson. Out the post. As a 6'1" guard. That's old school. You know what? Jalen Brunson, he has so many people's game. Like, I keep talking about it because I keep stumbling on stuff, but he can cook you from the perimeter. He got that razzle-dazzle in his game, but he can also Andre Miller you out the post too. Think about how crazy that is, and you saying that's not a number one option. If Jalen Brunson has a 6'8" athletic wing on him in the post, Jalen Brunson can back him down, hit him, with the footwork, glue him to the ground because he's shimmying trying to figure out which way Jalen gonna go. He can shoot a turnaround fadeaway in his face and do it consistently when he gets going. So I don't know what Iman Shumpert is talking about, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.